Hey, hey, hey. So, I know it's been a minute or five, but I am back with another podcast. Now, there is a possibility that this one might not appear live. If that happens, then clearly it means your social score has dropped below whatever it is, and the President Winnie the Pooh is punishing you. Either that, or it's because that is exactly why, whenever you are in LaGrange, you never, ever wear blue socks. Ah, all right. So I have a very ambitious podcast plan. I've got 10 topics. First, let me explain why I've been gone so much, right? Work. Work, zug, zug, da boo. So, for those that aren't old, crippled nerds like me, it's a Warcraft 2 reference. Anyways, as I was saying, work's going extremely well. You know, you got 5 or 10 employees all working hard to get ahead and be the best. You have a race. You got 5 or 10 motherfuckers working together to make life easy and everyone just fucking win. You got a team. So work is actually pretty good. Any complaints I have seem really petty or childish compared to what other people are actually having to go through at their places of employment. Main thing is my boss, fucking awesome. My coworkers, at worst, are okay. At best, are fucking awesome. So yeah, doing good. But I do have to say, at my job, I might have a little bit of a curse. So, I'm a very shy person. I never speak or put myself out publicly. I'm very private. I would never speak in front of a crowd. Oh, no, wait. No, I'm not shy. I'm very social. Uh, may not be likable, but I'm still putting myself out there. And, you know, you get these clients, customers, people you interact with that are non employees. And you say something like, "How are you? You doing okay? Are you sure you're all right?" And then this person lets you know that they lost their sister and they're on their way to a funeral. This is when polite conversation takes a fucking derailment, right? So, you try to be supportive, you try to be nice, you know, there's really, it's just, mm-mm-mm. Ah, by the way, chasing helps with hangovers. Dehydration is the biggest issue when it comes to hangovers. That and toxic chemicals, lining and stuff, don't care. So, mm, what do you do? stop being nice, stop putting yourself out there, or get better at handling the awkward. Well, I chose to try to be better at handling the awful shit, right? So there is this female, mid 60s, and similar conversation happens, and she's just, when the lips are quivering and the stiff upper lip breaks and the eyes. So I step over and do this. I'm not gonna just grab this fucking person. Just kind of make yourself vulnerable and open. Not, but, open up a little bit. I am so sorry. And she steps in, reach forward, she makes contact, go ahead, you know, very comforting, uh, very touching, sweet moment. And that's all, just giving kindness to someone who is thirsty for empathy and love. Makes me feel good, makes the other person feel less awful, hopefully. Move on, no big deal. Well, somebody says something to someone and it gets passed on to someone else and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm being told, did you physically hold, it's like, well, no, no. Okay, well, so and so had this happen and oh, well, yes, absolutely. I opened up, allowed someone to, and yeah, if that's wrong, then fuck it, I'll be wrong. Well, just, it was very, very good of you and very kind. Just wanted to let you know that uh, it's appreciated. Oh, okay. So, how's this person doing? The What I'm saying is, it's yeah, I got that, but obviously, motherfucker reached out. So, come on, let's skip the past the I'm in trouble or I did good bullshit. Come on, this person's hurting. Let me know. I actually give a shit about that, not whether I'm in trouble or not. Yes, I can find a way to take a positive, sweet, touching moment and make it, would you shut the fuck up? I could turn a flower into a nuclear bomb. I am that skilled. So, the first news story I want to approach. I'm not going to read the whole article, but if you go to the Publica, a trying very hard not to be biased uh, news site, you can read the entire article, and it's there you go. Biological male seizes first place in women's cycling tournament in North Carolina. Now, I bring up this trans topic for a reason, right? I am 100% in favor of liberty and freedom first, right? So and so wants to do this. My first reaction is, why should I care? Right? Now, public bathrooms. I have daughters, got a bunch of daughters. And I was a single father of children at one point, just me and the kids. And I did not ever stop to think, well, this bathroom allow. No, I would take my girl into the women's room. I would walk right in, fuck you, fuck that, don't care. She'd go in the stall and I would fucking chill by the sinks. Oh, you don't like it? Are you pissing in the sink? No? Fuck off. They don't have urinals in the women's room. At least, to my knowledge, most don't. Hell, it could be a thing that comes up soon. But yeah, most people's reactions, they walk in, my daughter's in the stall. Oh, and move on. And it's like, well, don't care. So yeah, motherfuckers, they're stalls. All right. If it's a big open trough, I get it. But a big open trough generally means people using their penises to urinate into the big open trough. So, yeah, standard fare. Now, I get it. Walk in wearing a nice dress, high heels, just fucking killing it, looking good. And then hike up your skirt, whip out your penis, and urinate in the trough. Yeah, might be a little awkward. But it might be a little awkward if you're wearing a fucking Vikings jersey in Wisconsin at the fucking trough. So yeah, I get it. But we don't need laws to protect awkward. Fucking keep the laws out of the fucking bathroom. Assault is illegal. So adding another law, oh, we don't let them go in the bathroom because we're afraid they might assault someone. Well, assault's already illegal. So calm your fucking tits. Now, a trans woman, trans man, someone who has male biology was competing in a women's sporting event and they dominated, right? And people use this as an excuse to be like, oh, well, fucking trans people are. Uh, calm down. Now, why do we have women's sports, right? Is it so that women can feel as though they're women competing against men generally ends badly. Women are just shut out, they're pushed out, they're kept out, they can't compete, generally speaking. So, creating a space for females to compete in these athletic events, I'm a huge fan of. Now, there are no rules in most athletic organizations that prevent women against competing against the men. Fact. A trans woman, if I'm saying this right, if a biological male who lives their life as a female wants to compete in sports, they can compete against the men. If a biological female who identifies as male or female wants to compete against the men, he or she or they can. No rules against who can compete against the males. Now, females are special because they have their very own biological female space, which makes it troublesome, right? If you allow these biologically male but personality, socially female individuals to compete against biologically female people, you're taking away the biological female spaces. So, no. I would say either the trans people competing in the men's event get scored separately with an asterisk, separate thing, or the trans people who compete in the female event, they compete, but they don't, they will share that ranking, like number one biological female, number two biological female, number three biological female, and the number one overall, right? Have an overall and a female score. Allow them to compete, in events that are non contact. And everyone wins. It's a compromise. Meaning both sides are going to be pissed, but they won't have any. You take away their arguments on why they're pissed. So they don't have as many valid reasons. It's mostly emotional. That's my thoughts. I'm I think I'm reasonable. I think I'm not taking a major side. I think I'm putting both out there. But tell me if I'm wrong. If you think I'm a horrible, horrible bigot, well, you're dumb. But if you think I'm offensive, you're probably right. Let me know how. And maybe I can explain it, or maybe I'm just, facts over feelings. I try to be reasonable. Now, this is the perfect segue into the next topic, which I did not want to cover, right? I didn't. Honestly, I made a tweet and I thought I was being pretty fucking fair and reasonable. And I deeply offended multiple people from opposing views. And that just means shit. I'm either super, super wrong or super, super right. But I'm going to go ahead and share this article. All right, now I want to preface this with I will say Ellen Page when referencing events that happened when this person was called or identified is Ellen Page. Um, Caitlyn Jenner is not a gold medal Olympist. Not. Bruce Jenner is. Also, Bruce Jenner never won Woman of the Year. Caitlyn Jenner did. It's maybe it seems cold hearted, or maybe it seems mean spirited, but I promise you, there is no mean spiritedness in this. I will say Ellen Page when referencing Ellen Page. I will try. When the events happen to the person who went by Ellen Page. And I will try to say Elliot Page when talking about current times. Maybe it'd be easiest if I said E Page, but I will get it wrong. I will call one the other and the other the one. I'll get it mixed up. And people will be butthurt. It's not mean spirited, it's just complicated and I'm lazy. So, Elliot Page says he got shingles filming Inception because he felt out of place in a cast full of cis men, including Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. Now, let me first give the asshole statement. Elliot Page says Ellen Page got shingles because she felt out of place in a cast full of cis men, including blah, blah, blah. Elliot Page is telling me about the experience that Ellen Page had. Asshole nitpicking. Now, I am going to give E. Page the little bit of the benefit of the doubt by saying I don't think Elliot Page is stupid enough to think that I got shingles by being around cis males. No, that's stupid. Anyone that thinks that is an idiot. Maybe Ellen Page was suffering so much from dysphoria and stress and just, all these things that it caused the immune system to struggle and made Ellen vulnerable to shingles at the age of 22. And that headline I'll respond with Elliot Page is so angry that they are trying to blame others for their discomfort. That's how I'd respond. And again, maybe it's just a badly written headline, but my mental health, my personal identity, my feelings, my thoughts, my stress levels, my, were this because of other people who weren't doing anything in particular. In fact, Elliot Page even recalls that they were absolutely lovely. Despite everyone being lovely, I was just victim. This does not help. This does not help. My old school, now, granny trannies, my old queens, people that I have known and loved and respected were not victims at Stonewall. They were warriors. I'm not saying you can't bemoan the injustice, but if you're having to stretch to play the victim, maybe being the victim is more important to you than finding justice. I truly hope that that I just read a shitty headline and Page Boy, name of the book, isn't that vapid. I hope I'm proven wrong. All right, so hockey. I've said multiple times I'm struggling to get into hockey. I even detailed which teams because I need a team to hate. I need a team to cheer for. Florida and Las Vegas are in the Stanley Cup. That is fucking crazy. Also, I love Seattle and I love Dallas, but I will not be a fucking Texas hockey team fan. Look, football, baseball, basketball, fuck yeah, I'm right there. Hockey, no. Right now, I'm kinda doing Buffalo. Seattle, I love Seattle. Obvious. Simple choice. They had to get the stupidest fucking name and just the fucking colors and just. I love you, Seattle. Why do you try so hard to make me have to fight to love you? Anyways, looks like Las Vegas is going to win the Stanley Cup. Fucking batshit crazy. Now, I would like to tell a story. Sadly, the story has a little bit of a boo-hoo factor. But I'm going to try to keep as much of that out. So, run into an old friend. And we remind each other and recount a beautiful story. This gentleman decided to get in a fight with another guy on the team. Football, by the way. Football, not soccer. And he's like, hey, I jump him. You guys all got my back, right? Most people didn't say anything, but a couple people were like, yeah, we got you. So he runs and he jumps on this guy and, he takes a good swing. And dude just fucking lays him out and just climbs on him and just. And he shouts, help me, boys, help me, get him off me. And everyone just stood there and laughed. Laughed and laughed and laughed. Every time I've thought about that for over 20 years, it has made me chuckle. So run into someone that remembered the story, and I'm like, hey, how is blah, blah, blah? And they let me know that that person took their own life. It's a beautiful, funny story. Makes me laugh. And there's a little bit of a, now it's not funny anymore. But it is funny. It's just, the humor reminds me, all this funny stuff just brings up a negative, awful thing. And that's the thing about projection, right? Um, Speaking of post-traumatic stress disorder, right? There are certain things that are innocuous, innocent, nothing bad, but I see this perfectly fine thing and I get a physical, emotional, strongly negative reaction to a positive thing. It doesn't make that thing bad. It's just I project all my bad onto this positive thing because we project, we all do. Now, is there a way to cure it? Hopefully. Um, got a lot of meds, but there's only one thing that works. Only one thing. You know what that is? Panda. Woo. I know I was gonna. Oh, fuck it. I'll do it now. I was gonna say Panda, but baby Panda was way over there, and cord uh, charger holster Panda was right there. So, anyways, your reaction to something is your reaction. My reaction is my reaction. If I have a strong emotional response to something that's kind of a non issue, maybe I should look at why I have that reaction. And maybe I should hold back my anger and my pain on that particular thing because it's probably not related. Pretty fucking cheerful, right? All right, so let's go with what did the triangle say to the circle? You're pointless. Just remember, no one's pointless. Even I have a point. Granted, that point might be the, hey kids, don't be like him. But that's a valid point. The Iron Sheik. Whether you are a wrestling fan or hate wrestling, a Cyndi Lauper fan, or you have no soul, the Iron Sheik is kind of a big deal. Um, he always played the best villain, right? He was so over the top. He won the world title in 1983, beating the ultimate good guy the day after Christmas in Madison Square Garden. It was perfect, right? He's got the good guy in the perfect fucking painful move, but he won't quit. And his manager just couldn't see his boy suffer anymore, and he threw in the towel. And he lost the belt to Hulk Hogan. Now, the reason why they do this is a good guy can't lose it to another good guy. You want to pass the belt on to another good guy, you got to find a bad guy in the middle, right? And it was such a big deal because everyone liked Bob Backlund, but everybody hated the Iron Sheik. So Hulk Hogan beating the Iron Sheik, yeah. But this is all wrestling talk. The Iron Sheik was a wrestler from Iran. And let me find an actual article to read. So Hossein Khosrow, sorry. This guy was a hardworking amateur wrestler, no money, fucking basically living on the streets. And he wanted to go to the Olympics. Be like his hero, Takiti. Iranian dude that won the gold medal, right? This dude worked his ass off and became the best wrestler he could be. And his day job was bodyguard for the Shah, like the king of Iran, right? Well, he makes the 1968 Summer Olympics, right? And his hero somehow died in Mexico City. So, the Iron Sheik starts to fear for his safety and flees Iran and comes to the United States. He gets a job as a coach for the Olympic team and at Minnesota. And, he goes on to do professional wrestling. He was a good man, a family man, with a lot of crazy stories. Some of it was just cultural differences. Some of it was just a fucking Sheiky baby. Well, he passed away at the age of 81. And he gave us so many wonderful moments in the ring entertaining us. But I gotta say, the shoots, the interviews, Marty Jannetty in particular is the first one I think of, telling stories about the Sheik. If you made a movie about his life, you would have to water it down and cut out half of it. And people would still say, that's exaggerated. Sheiky baby, thank you. Thank you for all of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. the fucking oh shit. Uh, yeah, fucking hell. The world is a lot more boring without you. There'll be no more new. Guess what this motherfucker did in 2024? We're robbed. I would have to say losing the Sheik is shit. It's not just shit. It's dog shit. And speaking of my ex-wife, I mean dog shit, there is no lengthy philosophical examination of dog shit would be complete without first pondering the more existential questions like why do dogs shit? How do dogs shit? Well, the answers may surprise and delight you because there are many interlocking components to the process of a dog shitting, right? See, first, you got to break it down into smaller elementals that are, suitable. All right, so, all right, the levator ani muscle of the dog, right, which is at the, where the tail meets the anus, right, is something humans don't have. But you've got the excretory duct of the anal sac, which we have, except they have. Hmm, you know what? That might not be. Might have had one or two shots too many to have proper judgment. Tell you what, if you want an in depth detail on the gastric process of the canine and his rectal expulsions, let me know. I am sadly, shockingly, way too familiar with the process. But I have a reason why. Sometimes people own pets. When they own pets, health issues arise, and the expressing of, you know what? Yeah, pretty sure no one wants to hear about it. Dogs can get impacted too, okay? Just all I'm saying. All right. Last little bit, then gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna share this article from ABC. This has got a fucking stupid ass uh, paywall, and then fuck them. All right. The Unabomber Ted Kaczynski has died as a result of suicide, most likely. So, 96, just before, right, right around the time of the Olympic bombing in Atlanta, they arrested Ted Kaczynski. Now, the Unabomber wrote a mostly brilliant manifesto on technology and how the downside of, I can't sum up a fucking 3,000 page manifesto in a sentence. Unabomber said AI and computers bad. Trees, streams, beards good. Well, he's tried to take his own life multiple times, and then at 81, he managed to pull it off. So, Ted, impressed on the long game there. But I make jokes, but it is very sad that he lost his life. And I hope he has found the peace and the happiness that he was not able to get in his life. So, I hope you are doing well, and I wish nothing but the best. I will see you on the next one. Salute.